the main key to growing your personal injury practice. Yes, there's lots of strategies, lots of tactics, a lot of gurus out there, a lot of great consultants in the chiropractic space. But this one main key to skyrocketing your personal injury patients, I'm going to share with you. It's all about the attorney relationships and physician relationships you have, mostly attorney relationships, because again, those billboard guys like Morgan and Morgan, the phone numbers, 411 pain, those guys, those people have 3,000 to 4,000 active cases, personal injury cases going on at any single time. The mid-level attorneys with 4 or 5 partners, those guys have about 1,000 to 2,000 active cases going on at a given time. And then the boutique attorneys, the mom and pop attorney law firms with one husband and wife or maybe just one lawyer, some of them have almost 500 active PI cases going on at one time. That's where the cases are. So if you have relationships with as many attorneys as humanly possible, and you're able to do that with speed, you can transform your business very quickly. But let's talk about quickly in personal injury. Personal injury is a delayed gratification business. It's not immediate gratification. In a lot of states, you don't get paid for a year or two down the road because you have to wait for these cases to settle, unless the patient has med pay or there's PIP laws in your state. But the one key is relationships. Now, I'm in this mastermind. Well, I run this mastermind for high-level doctors, and I tell them, how do you get from where you are right now, how do you get all those PI patients in the office? Because we have relationships with lots of attorneys. So the doctors, the successful personal injury doctors, the ones with the beach houses, the ski homes in Colorado, Park City, Aspen, Vail, the ones with the lake houses, the ones with the nice cars, the ones that drive the Bentleys, the ones that, that have a lot of money. It's all about attorney relationships. They have a minimum of 100 attorney relationships that send them one a month. Now, when I say 100, that should be your goal. Because if you've heard of the Pareto principle, the law of 80-20, let me share what that means in terms of personal injury. What we found is that 80% of your PI referrals come from only 20% of the personal injury lawyer relationships that you have. So if you only have 10 personal injury relationships or 10 attorney relationships, you're probably getting the lion's share of your referrals from 2 of those people, 2 of those law firms. So if you have 100 relationships, you're getting the majority of your referrals from 20 lawyers or law firms. No other method promised to you by anyone else doing anything else is going to get you where you want to go. The successful personal injury doctors have figured out it's all about relationships, and they market every day. How do they market? They have a social media plan. The big ones have a dedicated personal injury marketing liaison, and they know how to communicate with attorneys to compel them to be referral partners in their practice. So unless you're willing, ready, and committed to take on a plan of meeting every single attorney in your state, you're just going to flounder at your set point. Maybe your set point is $20,000 or $30,000 a month, and that's just where you are. That's your ceiling. If you want to bust through that ceiling in personal injury, get out there and create as many relationships with the people that can send you personal injury patients as possible. That's how you get transformation in your personal injury business. Back when I had my practice, I had an MD. This is back in 2003. So I was integrated a long time ago, but it freed me up to work on my business, to go meet as many attorneys as possible. And those new attorneys, some of them it happened right away. I got a new patient the next day or the next week or that month. Some it took repeated attempts. It's not a one-shot deal. And now social media can keep you in front of them over and over and over again, where they see your name, your URL, your practice, your posts on social media when they scroll. When you have a social media plan and start reaching out to attorneys. Now, let me show you this, why a social media plan is so important. I'm going to go over here to LinkedIn, and I'm going to type in, now I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to type in a term, injury lawyer, into the search term. I'm going to click on people, And let's look at Atlanta Metro. 3,000 results. So if you only have 10 attorney relationships, and let's say you're in Atlanta, you are really under-indexing yourself, you're under-indexing your practice, and you probably wonder why your personal injury practice isn't growing. Because those are the people in Atlanta that can be sending you PI patients. And in Atlanta, if you're in a big city like Atlanta, or Dallas, or Miami, or Los Angeles, or Chicago, you get it. A lot of these attorneys have what they call a 5-mile rule. They don't want their clients, driving more than 5 miles to the chiropractor, especially 3 or 4 times a week. So this is a Google interactive map from one of my attorney friends here in Atlanta. And all those little red marks, those are chiropractors that he has a relationship with. All those blue ones, those are medical providers that he has a relationship with. So if he gets a client that lives or works in this area of town called Tucker, Georgia, he is going to send, if it's a soft tissue case, he'll scroll over this guy. Now this is a screenshot, it's not interactive. It'll pop up with the chiropractor's name and his phone number, and that's who's going to get the client. Maybe this guy here, depending on where this patient lives in Tucker. I don't care that this guy over here in Marietta, this chiropractor, sent this attorney 20 unattached cases last month. I'm sorry. No one's going to drive from Tucker to Marietta across murderous Atlanta traffic 3 or 4 times a week. That is just never going to happen. Gaps in care, missed appointments, it can really impact the case negatively. So the goal is to get on as many Google interactive maps as possible of every single attorney in your state. Now, why do I say state? Because the brick and mortar of the attorney firms is now meaningless because they're sending DocuSign contracts and emails. You don't have to have a face-to-face meeting with their clients anymore because they're doing this. They're using Zoom, actually. So relationships are the key. And if you know how to reach out to 1,000 attorneys a month, do you think that can transform your business? So here's what I want to do. If you're interested in knowing exactly how to do this, how to reach out to 500 to 1,000 attorneys and doctors every single month with a social media plan and a marketing liaison, and know how to effectively communicate with them, just under this video, type the word key, and I'll reach out to you with a private message, and we can hop on a phone call or a Zoom call, and I can show you the step-by-step process of how these doctors are creating more relationships in a faster amount of time and building their personal injury practices faster than the doctors out there that are sitting on their hands, relying on old methods that don't work, cold calling, sending mailers, and just doing these things that do not work in the market anymore. Now, I can also tell you this. Again, if you want to know more, just type key in the comments below this video. Now, what I will also tell you, let's say you're spending money on digital marketing and some digital marketers are telling you, oh yeah, we can get you personal injury patients. Give us $5,000 to $10,000 a month. We'll do Google AdWords. We'll do some Facebook ads for you. All right, let's just say it's $10,000 a month. A third of that has to go to the company to do the work for you. So now you're only really working with, let's say, $7,000 or $6,500. The keywords on Google pay-per-click for personal injury are very expensive. They're anywhere from $20 to $60 for car accident doctor near me. For car accident attorney near me, they're $100 to $400 per click. So let's just say it was $20 a click and you had $6,000. I'll do the math for you right now. I'll tell you, it's not enough. And let me tell you why it's not enough. I don't even care what this number is. 6,000 divided by $20 a click, that's 300 clicks a month divided by 30 days, that's 10 clicks a day. The personal injury attorneys are spending $100,000 a month in digital marketing. Some are spending $200,000 or $300,000 a month. Some attorneys have a $24 million annual marketing budget. I'm sorry, that's where the clients are. your potential patients are at the law firms. So if you have relationships with a lot of attorneys, and let's say you're in Tucker, if they get a client that's injured and they live within a reasonable distance of your practice in Tucker, Georgia, you're going to be the doctor that gets those clients. And nothing that I've talked about today, other than paying a marketing liaison, costs you any money. None of this is digital marketing. It's all organic marketing. Organic means free. So if you want to know more, type the word key beneath this video, and I'll reach out to you. We can hop on a phone call, talk about this process, and help you transform your practice from 5, 10, 20, 50, wherever you are today, to getting 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 new PI patients coming in your office by doing a little habit that literally takes you 15 to 20 minutes a day. So if you have 15 to 20 minutes a day to grow your practice, type key beneath this video and let's get on a conversation. So that's the key. It's relationships. Again, all the doctors in this mastermind that have 7-figure practices, all of those guys that are all in personal injury have more relationships than all the doctors in their town. And that's how they get into a mastermind like this. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it made a lot of sense. I hope you got a lot of key. I hope you got a lot of value on that one key to growing personal injury. It's all about relationships. So my name is Mark Slater. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe to my channel. I produce a long form video every month. Go out there, create those relationships, and you'll see changes in your personal injury practice for growth. I'm Mark Slater with Prime Spine Consulting. Have a great day.